This is the 2-minute story of how paper was made and how it literally made the world light. The Secret of G. In the great halls of the Han Dynasty, where the emperor's decrees were kept, life was measured by the weight of records. Officials wrote on smooth, costly silk or heavy, cumbersome strips of bamboo. The cleverest among them was a dedicated man named Cai Lun. Cai Lun's heart ached for a better way. How can knowledge travel when it weighs a ton? He often wondered. Silk was too expensive for common use, and the bamboo was too hard to store. He needed something light, cheap, and strong enough for ink. He began to gather scraps from all corners of the capital. Worn-out fishing nets, frayed pieces of cloth, and the tough bark of mulberry trees. He tried to press them, to flatten them, to weave them, but the results were always rough, lumpy, or too easily torn. One day, after weeks of failure, he noticed the smooth bottom of a stone mortar where the boiled rags and fibers had settled. The water had drained away, leaving a thin, delicate film. He took a wide, flat sieve, a screen made of woven reeds, and dipped it into the slurry. He shook the screen gently, letting the excess water run out. The fibers remained, interlocked and even. He carefully pressed the wet sheet against a clean, flat stone to dry in the sun. It looked like a ghostly piece of silk, but rougher. The next day, he lifted the dried sheet. It was lighter than silk, smoother than bamboo, and it held its shape, yet it still felt slightly stiff. He realized he could refine the process, using the fibers from the inner bark of the mulberry tree for extra strength. He mixed the tree bark fibers with the rags and nets, boiling them until they turned into a soft, creamy pulp. Then, the process of dipping the screen, shaking the water, and sun-drying was repeated, again and again. Each time the paper grew smoother and whiter. Finally, the paper was perfect. It took the imperial ink without blurring and rolled easily without cracking. Cai Lun requested an audience with the emperor, bringing his invention wrapped in a crimson cloth. The emperor was astonished. He ran a hand over the smooth surface and lifted the sheet to marvel at its lightness. He immediately ordered that Cai Lun's creation be used throughout the empire and that the inventor be richly rewarded. And so, around the year 105 AD, the secret of G paper began to spread from China, carried by merchants and travelers. Knowledge was finally made light, ready to fly across mountains and oceans, changing the way the world would learn and remember forever.
You enjoyed discovering this incredible moment in history. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to join our journey. And if you know someone who loves short, fascinating history lessons, please share this video with them. Your recommendation is the fuel for our next big story. Follow Storybook.